we'll see. We'll see. We're taking the approach from signing veteran players from big clubs who obviously are past their best. So it's an interesting tactic to say the least, because obviously you're getting quality players for cheaper. But I think that it's not working out that well to be honest.
Yeah, and Isco is not a player I would actually refer. I mean, start of the window I was saying, yeah, maybe you can go and get Isco, but he signed for, he was Union Berlin in the Bundesliga, and he failed his medical on deadline day, so he's officially a free agent again. Forest looking at him, Everton looking at him. We'll speak about Everton in a minute, but it's just not good for Isco. Well, you spoke about Man United as they beat Forest. Let's speak about them. Happy birthday to the manager, Eric Ten Hag. Into a final, still in the Europa League, still in the FA Cup, still in top 4, close, some people say still in the title race. What is this? The last time, and I have a fun fact, the last time United played Newcastle in a cup final, they won the treble. Now I'm not saying United are going to win the treble. I'm just saying it's a coincidence.
It is, to be honest. It is. You're still in 4 competitions. Don't want to jinx anything. We should just keep our heads high and just try to move on. Forest have a really good team. Of course, the next match, which is the finals, I believe they're going to be without Bruno Guimaraes, as he got a straight red card. Straight red, right?
Yeah, it's a straight red. He's out for the next Prem game. Sad.
So, wait, does that not affect his play in the competition?
Nope, rolls over in domestic, not in the Carabao.
Okay, so that means he's going to be available, but I think we have the edge over them. Recall earlier in the season when we met them, it was we lost, or was it a draw?
It was 0-0 and no penalties.
It was 0-0, right? And Ten Hag had just started really and truly. He hadn't gelled the team quite together yet. Newcastle were flying high. United were picking themselves out of a slump. I believe that this time, 7 games from now for us, 3 games for them, which is mental. But we will turn the tide. We will win that match comfortably as well. God willing, everyone is fit. God willing, we can come out and play our best. And I have full faith and confidence in them.
Yeah, and I do hope United win as well. I mean, it's been 5 years, well, 6, since they last lifted a trophy. That was Europa League in the summer of 2017. Other deals went around in the transfer window. Jorginho going to Arsenal from Chelsea. I'm not saying anything about that deal. I will just say that it happened. Chelsea, well, I'm not speaking about Chelsea again. City didn't do any business apart from loaning out João Cancelo. Crystal Palace brought in Sambi Lokonga from Arsenal. Some people think he's a rubbish player. Liverpool, apart from Cody Gakpo, did nothing. Didn't sell, didn't buy. I mean, I think they gave Milner a new contract, I'm not sure. Leeds brought in a couple of players. Southampton broke their record by about twice when they signed Sulemana from, I think it was from Rennes in the French league. He's a really good player. And just a bit of news as well, Kylian Mbappe will be out for 3 weeks with a hamstring injury. He will miss the first leg of the Champions League game against Bayern Munich. Does PSG stand a chance without Kylian against a team like Bayern?
Absolutely. Bayern are not playing good football in the slightest, to be honest. Recently, they've been sloppy defensively going forward. They've just been, of course, the same can be said of PSG, because PSG has been getting really sloppy lately in the defensive side of things, and they're not taking their chances offensively. But I do believe that PSG should win that match, even without the likes of Kylian Mbappe going forward. This match, and I don't want to sound like that, but this match is just going to be a match between which team can outlook the other, because this season they've both been equally as bad since 2023. So in my personal opinion, in my personal opinion, PSG will win this match because they have the goals on their team.
Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, but I mean, Bayern of Cancelo and Alphonso Davies as their fullbacks.
Yeah, and
that's all I'm saying. They've got two really good attacking fullbacks who are good defensively. They got Upamecano. Well, he's not really that good, but you know they got him same way. They got Goretzka, even though they lost Sabitzer. They have Gravenberch, even though they don't play him. They got Mane. I don't think he'll play the first leg, but he will play the second. It's just going to be a weird time in the Champions League because everybody's saying anything can happen, but you know we know Liverpool are playing Real Madrid, and we know what happens when Liverpool do play Real Madrid. So you know it's not going to be a predictable time. Not going to be predictable at all.
Yeah, genuinely. Of course, this is the first Champions League Bayern are playing without their star man, Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah.
You see what I did there? But yes, this is the first Champions League. Yeah, this is the first one they're playing because he joined Barca in 2020 in summer, right? He joined Barca in the summer.
Yeah, it was the summer.
Yeah, it was summer gone, so that means it's going to approach a year soon. So this is the first Champions League they're playing without him. They've been starved of goals going up. Of course, you can't rely on any triple mountain for anything. Really and truly, you saw that this man. I don't know how this man has scammed himself so much contracts with big teams, but he's a money making thing, just like Romelu Lukaku.
Just like him, man. Just like him. And Scott McTominay if you ever played FIFA 23.
Illegal scammers, man. They need to show me a thing or two because I want to get rich quick. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up, Eric, if you're watching this. Hit me up. Let me talk to your agent. I can really sit on a bench when I'm warm it down. So just hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. But hey, we will be going to a quick break. But before I do, I know you're not an NFL person. Super Bowl is coming up. Chiefs. Eagles have the best statistical defense in the league. The Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes with 1.5 ankles. Who do you think is gonna win? Who do you think is actually gonna be the Super Bowl champions? Mahomes going for his second title, or Philly gonna do one for the NFC?
Well, logic would say to go with the Eagles, right? You have the best defensive record in the league. You're doing amazingly, but I personally like to not be on the bandwagon, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to play Chiefs. I've heard the name Mahomes before from football, so I at least know him. You know, it's like a new football fan here in Messi and Ronaldo. They might not know them, but they know of them, you know what I'm saying? And I know of Mahomes, so I have to go with his team.
Chiefs, they're who I'm picking because as a Cowboys fan, I'm really, really hating that the Eagles are here, and I'm sitting at home with Mike McCarthy and that freaking Prescott. But
it's playing football,
Listen, but hey, we're gonna be out for a quick about 10 seconds, and then we'll be back. 1 sec.
Check out the station, feel like a sports education. Now the best news I come from. Easy sports you should be on from. Doing video, like and subscribe, don't pause. Sometime me I wonder to Ross. Not about Easy Sports. Tune in for the offline tour. Like and subscribe some more. Big Jackson, Brian and Randy Savage. Me I talk about Easy Sports. Tune in for the offline tour. Like and subscribe some more. Big Jackson, Brian and Randy Savage. Me I talk about Easy Sports.
Welcome back again, you savages, to the Savage Slaughterhouse with your host, Randy Savage, accompanied by Jackson Bryan. And to get straight in, we're talking about a World Cup winner, the golden boy of this generation upcoming, the most expensive Argentine, questionably, of all time, and the most expensive Premier League signing of all time. And of course, I'm referring to a man by the name of Enzo Fernandez, the former player of Benfica, former midfielder from Benfica, was lured away from the club after Rui Costa accepted a £121 million bid from Todd Bowley's Chelsea for the player. Massive expectations from a lot of fans on him. Massive money on his head. Do you think that was a good deal? Do you think that Benfica should have held on to the player? Do you think that Chelsea should have waited until maybe the summer to wait until his contract runs out a little bit, or to see his form dips a little bit before splurging cash on him? Because at the end of the day, you don't want him becoming a Jack Grealish 2.0.
That is true. When, actually, I have to say, when I first heard of Enzo when he was at Sao Paulo, no, not Sao Paulo, sorry, River Plate, wrong player. When he was at River Plate, I remember that scene in GTA 5 when you have to kill the contractor and Franklin says, "Where's Enzo?" And that was all I was saying until he went to Benfica. But he's a good player. He was a good player. He wasn't starting, if you remember. He wasn't a starter in the first 2 games. He came in after they lost against Saudi Arabia, scored against Mexico, and then just had the midfield spot for himself, he and McAllister. Now, is that a good deal? Well, I never believe in paying £100 million for anybody after seeing what happened recently. I mean, I've seen Grealish, I've seen Anthony. He's not, blowing up right now, but when it comes to 100 million, he should be blowing up, and that's just because of the price. It is a good deal based on the player they got at the age. He's only been at Benfica for about 5 months, and they made 120 million off him. But they couldn't. What I'm saying is they couldn't wait until the summer. I don't think they could have done that, because remember, he is everyone's Jude Bellingham backup. Even if you're not in the Bellingham race, then he's the guy you're going for. And nobody has that money now, and Chelsea has the money. So Chelsea said, "Hey, let us use the money now, because there's no way we're getting him in the summer. We're not making the Champions League. There's no way we're getting him from Real Madrid or Liverpool. There's no freaking way of that." So I think Chelsea did a good deal, good timing. It's just after the first 2 bad games, we're all knowing what's gonna happen. We just know.
Fair enough. Of course, as you said, he was the main backup to Mr. Jude Bellingham from the Three Lions. Arguably an upgrade, but leave that where it should be, left. And moving on to a very sensitive topic for a lot of people. So, buckle up. This is going to take a little time, and of course I'm referring to recent news articles and stories being released that Mason Greenwood has been cleared of all charges. Note that has been cleared does not mean he's fully innocent. But I just wanted your opinion on it. Personally, I believe in second chances. I know a lot of people might bash me for this, but no one is perfect. Genuinely, no one is perfect, and in the best interest of the club and doing what's right. I know this is a very subjective matter. This is a matter of public opinion now. So really and truly, no matter what your opinion is of this, it doesn't faze me. So what do you make of this entire situation regarding Mason, regarding the charges being dropped? It's surreal, really.
Well, he was still contracted to United. You go on the website, you see his face is there, his profile is back up. As I said when the news just broke in 2022 January, Mason, how may I put this? The allegations took place during a time period. Firstly, he was still technically a child. If he was in the States, he wouldn't be old enough to drink. Technically, he was 18 when it happened. at the time, and I'm not saying this is an excuse, a friend of